Let's talk about lilies. Come join me in the chaos. All right, so these are lilies. My wife calls them Easter lilies. I call them spring lilies. iNaturalist calls them fire lilies. So these are Lilium bulbiferum. And they're gorgeous. So I planted these for my wife. I'm not really a big fan of flowers that don't make food, but man, these are gorgeous. Especially now that they've grown up. Like when I first got them, they were tiny like these. These were seeds that I cross-pollinated from last year. But the second year, man, they get big. And here's a cross-pollinated one that little hybrid. Look at this thing. This is so cool. So I hybridized a red one with an orange one, and it made this. And if I remember from genetics, I think that's a codominant trait, but I'm probably wrong, and if I am, feel free to explain to me what kind of a trait that is. Another fire lily. Just stunning flowers, and they're pretty big. So here's the red ones. So you can make your own crosses if you cross the red ones and the orange ones, and you can make that crazy looking one I showed you. But they take forever to flower if you get seeds. And just in case you don't know how to do it, ooh, pretty. This butterfly. That was pretty. I think that's a something queen. I'm not a butterfly person, so if you're into butterflies and know what that was, feel free to tell me in the comments. But these are super easy to cross-pollinate. So these right here, little anthers carry the pollen. You can actually grab one of these pads if you want. You could probably use this for makeup or something. But anyway, you take the pad. If I wanted to just get, if I just wanted to pollinate the same flower, you can just use that. But if you wanted to cross-pollinate and mix the yellow or orange, whatever color that is, with the red, then you take that and just kind of, just kind of do that. And that will cross-pollinate this pad is, this anther is from the gold one, the fire one. And then you're crossing it with the red one. But man, those lilies are pretty. Anyway, if you want to know what I do to make my lilies big, lots of mulch. And this is just arborist mulch you get for free from either the city or from Chip Drop. I actually started reaching out to the arborists themselves to cut out the middleman, and then just saved a few of their numbers, and I just send them a text message when I need wood chips, and they usually show up within a couple days. Awesome people around here. So I'm in Independence. And all the arborists I've talked to are super friendly. Oh, another thing I was going to mention. So you'll notice that sometimes you have clusters where you see multiple flowers near each other. What that typically means is that you have the original bulb I planted has now kind of cloned itself into multiple bulbs. It's a little bit more apparent like with gladiolas. So obviously gladiolas are not lilies, but similar thing. So if you look right here at the base of this gladiola, you'll see that gladiola must have produced a whole bunch of bulblets. And so I should have dug that up last year, so I'll probably dig it up this year and just spread those out. So they're not just clustered in the same spot, but you can kind of just cluster them into a larger area just to give them a few inches to just grow out so they're not sharing the same hole. Lilies will kind of do the same thing where they just get lots of bulbs. But if you get them really close to each other, you won't get as vigorous of growth. You won't get as big of flowers. So every couple years, you want to dig up those bulbs and just separate them out and give them more space. So I'll definitely do that this next year. So the thing is you have to avoid the temptation of like cutting out this material. When this material goes dormant, instead of cutting it out, leave it where it is almost as a marker, and then carefully follow that down so you can dig that up like you're almost like you're harvesting garlic, except you're harvesting the lily bulbs so that you can spread them and give them a larger area so that they can have enough room to keep on making you some awesome blooms. And then these ones haven't quite bloomed yet, so that'll be kind of interesting to see. But anyway, that's how you can make these things thrive. Lots of mulch, give them enough water. You don't need to overwater them, but maybe once a week give them a couple inches of water, especially if you live in Missouri. So this is zone 6, Missouri, but obviously you can grow these types of bulbs wherever you want. But they do seem to do super well in Missouri. So leave me comments, let me know how if you have any of these lilies, if you've found any cool color combinations, if you've tried cross-pollinating them or done any combination of the things I said. Just let me know. It's really cool to kind of connect with people that are doing similar things with their plants. So I love to hear from people. So anyway, thanks for joining me in the chaos.